good. This is good. We can test them on this too. But with the brake testing, you feel like you're under control. You can feel the rocks moving a little bit underneath, but then you've always got the lugs going in and a little bit of spike action to grip in. So we see how much of an angle it can handle. So it starts to slip at some point. But holding on. And then the lugs, I can feel the lugs helping out too, because the rubber's grabbing on this stuff.
Well, maybe that's an advantage of having a shorter exposed spike.
So imagine if you're, like we saw at running speed, the two in combination worked out pretty well.
Okay. Like a what?
So you get the grip when your weight is on it at that point, as opposed to an overall traction. So probably like an ice running shoe or an ice spike, where you need the overall traction, but not the fangs, soaking in all over.
And you don't have the edge.
Right. So not the very back, not the very front, not the edge, but look, coming along the top here.
Whereas with more exposed spike, it would dig in.
Right. They'll sink. You'll feel them sinking into something soft like this. Mm-hmm. This one, they're not sinking in. You just get you get more traction on the surface. Again, like you would expect with ice. You don't want to break through it. You just want to have it grasp. So I started to test it just at where I had been running before, and it started to feel loose. So I cinched it down even more, and that feels tighter and more comfortable for the side hill. So it looks like with this shoe, it's going to be more about cinching it down, whereas the 280, it was a little more just, I guess, being thinner there was less to cinch down.
Do your shoes, your feet roll inside the shoes?
It was rolling a little bit before I had it cinched down, and this rolls less. It's still a lightweight shoe, and I felt a little bit of roll, but it helps control it a little bit, I think.
That's running on the side.
That's running on the side hill. They feel absolutely fine on the flat, uphill and downhill. We just wanted to test the side hill versus the 280. And the upper, it doesn't feel too bulky. It's more bulky versus the 280, but I think it's just going to it's going to come down to personal preference.
And those are the right size for you in terms of fit and anti-roll? Actually,
yeah. Yeah. The toe box is kind of wide. You can curl up your toes inside, but it's nice and slim fit right across the front of the foot. So it's an interesting fit, actually. So it keeps you solid here, but gives your toes room to, you're not all hemmed in like some of the orienteering shoes where your toes feel cramped. So it's it works well. It works well for me in terms of where it's feeling nice and snug.